thought I would come here and talk to you about a few things that I just didn't expect to get stirred up in me after having, one, to go through infertility, and two, doing two fairly back-to-back IVF cycles that went horrifically. Okay, the first thing I kind of touched on in another video, but that is I didn't expect to become so extremely protective over a child that's not here yet. As these cycles go on, and as they've been more challenging, and as I've dealt with more complications of this experience, I'm finding it increasingly hard to think that I've literally been bringing myself to the brink of death, putting myself through the most horrific things, and spending the most money that I've ever spent on anything, and then I'm going to have this like prized person that I've worked so hard to bring them here, and then I'm going to hand the baby over to people that don't like me, or that I don't have a good relationship with. That is not something that I expected to feel as strongly as the cycles go on, and as the time goes on, and as like the pain from X, Y, and Z comes, the low hemoglobin, the passing out in restaurants, etc. Like the more these things happen, is the stronger I'm starting to feel protective and maybe borderline resentful of what I anticipate to happen in future with other people. And I think that has allowed me to understand where some people kind of go no contact with certain people and just have a very firm boundary with what certain relationships look like. Other thing that I didn't expect during this process is when other friends and stuff get pregnant and they maybe are being mindful of your feelings. I didn't expect to feel such a divide of feeling so hurt that they felt like they couldn't tell you, but then equally you're still a little bit resentful that they seem to have things so easily. So it's like you've got such mixed emotions at the exact same time about people that you love. But then equally you end up feeling more hurt if they don't include you or don't tell you certain things. But then the next thing that I didn't expect is, and this is probably why they don't tell you certain things, is like the level of offense that can happen when they say something that is super hurtful, but because they don't need to know certain things or don't understand certain issues. So for example, one of my family members, they're pregnant, and I'm trying to not say who it is. And when they were telling us, they were like, yeah, well, we're really healthy. And that just sent me, because I was like, do you not think that we're healthy? And the scenarios that have us in the position that we're in has nothing to do with health. And so I was super offended at it, but not mad at this person, but I didn't expect little things like that to offend me, or be so, maybe offend is the wrong word, but maybe I didn't expect certain things like that to be so hurtful towards me. But they obviously don't know what they don't know, because they haven't had to live an experience where they need to know these things and why it would be hurtful to say that to somebody else. Does that make sense? Maybe not, because I'm not speaking so freely, but yeah, I just didn't expect the level of offense to be down here because I feel like I'm someone who's not easily offended, whereas with certain things on this journey, the level of offense, the bar, it's very easy to offend, which then equally that makes sense on why they don't tell you certain things, or why they may step away when they're going through a season of life, like having a kid and you're struggling to have a kid.